process of finishing a frame. It's for a painting that the galleries may not be interested in. It was done on a trip to Utah, and I usually don't do desert scenes and things like that, but it's a kind of a large painting, and I've had this frame for a long time, but now that everybody's home a lot, or at least we're not traveling and we're at home, and so I thought I'd finish the frame and let you see it with the painting. And so my next step, I'm just cleaning up the various pieces of leaf that are hanging from it. I'm going to blow dry seal it, and then put a patina on it, and then I'll let you see what it looks like. And that's the frame, and it's kind of a large size. I don't even know what size it is. Did I mark it? Must have at one time. Anyway, I'll let you know what size it is later. Now here's the painting that you hadn't seen, and it is now inside the frame. And the next step is, now that I've sealed it, is to put the patina on it. And the patina will go on, and I'll be able to kind of play with it. I'll rub it out. And if it's a real disaster, because I've sealed it, and I seal it with bullseye spray, I'll be able to remove it and start over. But it's kind of a quick process, because once it's really, really dry, it's really tough to change. I will end up taking some steel wool to it and kind of rub it out until I'm happy. And like I said, if I'm not happy, I end up removing it all and starting from scratch. So I kind of like silver, not by itself, but with the silver look, but with a patina of some of the colors that you find inside the painting. And so let's see what it looks like once I've done that. Maybe I'll even videotape how I put the patina onto the frame. That might be kind of interesting for some of you. All right, here we go. Well, I'm ready to put patina on the frame that I made and that the painting fits into. And these are this is the mixture of acrylic paint and that I've used before, and I've kind of gotten used to getting a nice tan out of it, so it looks like it's somewhere between silver and a gold. And here's my applicator brush right here, and this is my stipple brush, and a piece of just a piece of paper to get rid of a lot of the stuff that's on there. So it's kind of a fast process, and I can't really stop, so it'll just be interesting for you. I think it'll be interesting for you to see what I'm doing. Here's the stuff that's going on, the patina. That'll take some of the bling away from that color that's on there now, or the silver looking stuff. Here we go. And I do it relatively quickly, but it doesn't have to go everywhere because the stippling will take care of that. First thing I do is I get rid of some of it. Yeah, get rid of some of it. And it's such a small space here, it really is tough to show it to you, but I'm not doing it outside or anyplace else. This is where I do it, and this is where I'm going to keep doing it. So the only other places where I put it on the sides here as well, and I didn't do that. Usually smaller frames I can turn around, but this one is too large for me to do it any other way except the way I'm doing it. And since it's acrylic, it will dry, and that's one of the problems with this, is that it does dry. Oil-based patinas that some people use. Stephen Mirich says he uses the oil base. It doesn't dry as quickly and you can take your time with it. I don't know if it's as easy to remove it if you don't like it. And so that's the hesitation I've had in using it. All right, here we go. It's just about everywhere now. And make sure it's everywhere. Okay. There. All right. Remove just a little bit more. Another paper towel. Yeah. And I'm just leaving enough on there to change it from a silver to kind of a pewter color. And I seem to like it. And now my stippling brush. There. This has got to be a good brush, it really does. And if you don't clean it, you know what happens when you're using acrylic. Yeah, and I'm working quickly because it's not a hot day out, but it's relatively dry, and so once it dries, it gets much tougher to manipulate. And so I'm just concentrating, making sure I don't have to do it again. I'm just even wondering, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. And you've seen the color change too, to kind of a goldish color or a pewter color. I'm going to remove more of this. Yeah, I'm going to remove more of it. Another paper towel. Yeah, it's still too much of that gold color, which is actually, when I look at it, it doesn't look gold at all. But it's got kind of a greenish look to it, but it ends up looking like a goldish finish on here to get rid of the bling and to get and to add color that will end up being important because it'll end up working with the painting so much better. All right. Yeah. All right, stippling brush. And as I'm removing it, the patina gets thinner too. And I don't want it thick, I really don't. Even though at times the liner here, I've painted it a color that works well with the painting, but that's not what I'm doing today. Yeah, I'm getting warm. I'm getting warm because this is kind of like physical labor. Who thought? Usually I'm sitting there with a big sweater on, but when I'm doing this, it requires that I stay cool. You don't want sweat or water dropping onto here now. It can ruin the whole process. Yeah. You know, as I'm doing this, I know I'm going to relieve or remove the patina in some places, so like the inside liner here. I want some bling on here, there's no doubt about it, but I don't want so much that my eye is distracted from the painting. That's really one of the things that I think that a lot of people don't seem to get when they're buying a frame for their paintings. And of course, most of them don't make their own frames, and I don't blame them because it's a lot of work. But I always feel like, not always, I think some frames made by Petros are wonderful, but I like my own frames better than the store ones that most people use in their paintings. I just think it's part of me. And now, yeah, so I'm getting to the point where I'm going to take a paper towel. I forgot I was going to do this too. Go like that. There. Without turning the frame over. There. Because it's so darn big, I'll be banging it into all kinds of things. But this is what I have to do. So showing this is much tougher because there's no room. So anyway, I'm going to take another paper towel and remove some of the patina from my brush. But one of the things I do want to do about now, remove some of the patina to keep some highlights, because I do want some highlights on here, otherwise it gets kind of boring. I mean, if it's all the same color, like a lot of frames are that you buy in the store. But even if you buy a frame in the store, it's not that much work to actually add a color that you find in your painting onto the frame, so that it ends up looking like it's kind of a custom-made frame. Otherwise, the store frames, the black ones and stuff, even on the black ones, you can put a patina. And I recommend it. Now I'm going to remove some, and this is where I've got to be really careful, because I slip, and once it starts to dry, it's really much harder to put it back. It's already pretty dry. It's a large frame, and so it takes me longer to do. And there, take a little water on a paper towel. And then I'm going to do a little bit back here too. But it's already getting hard. There. But I think you get the idea of what I'm doing. There. And now, when I get to about this point, I'll let it dry, and then I'll put the painting in it to see, am I almost happy? Am I very happy? Am I unhappy? And then I'll make some adjustments. I'll put more patina on. Got to be careful once it's dry though. That's what I'm going to do. So, you get to kind of get the idea of what I've done here. And like I said, you buy a store-bought frame, and the frame color doesn't have any relationship to what's in your painting. You can actually add a patina like this. Just mix up some acrylic paint. Yep. And then you're ready to go. I hope that was worth your time. It needed to be done by me, and I did it, and hopefully you learned something. Thanks. Well, here it is. The frame and the painting all together. I haven't really attached it to the frame, it's just hanging in there. I think you know, I don't want to duplicate these colors in here. This is kind of a balance between the warm colors and the cools. That's the reason I usually start with the silver and add a patina that's on the warm side, like I've got here. But I think it's too gold still, too gold looking. It's not gold because I've got this water-based acrylic patina on there. But I think I need the dark areas that you see right here, or the light areas that you see, are the silvery, the leaf that I put on. And in certain areas, when the light doesn't hit it just right, it looks very, very dark. And I need some more darks. In other words, by me pulling out some of the a gold patina that I put on here. I'm going to probably end up getting some more darks that will pick up the darks that are in the painting, and it'll still be light enough to pick up the warm colors in here. That's my thinking. And I may just hang it for a while, but no, I'm almost positive it's too much the same. I will go back in, and it hasn't been resealed now. The silver stuff was sealed. The silver leaf was sealed, and now I'm going to, when I'm done using the steel wool, the quadruple zero, very, very fine steel wool, I will end up sealing it again. Plus, I've got no sealer on the painting either, which I usually do. I'll just do it once. Anyway, I'm going to take the painting out of the frame and then work on the frame some more. I'm finally done with the frame. I still haven't varnished this. That'll take a month or so. But I've reduced the amount of gold patina to here and there to kind of balance the warms and the cools in the painting. I'm pleased. I always put things on the back, the Demp Wolf story, and kind of in the frame has my name, and it says framed by Demp Wolf with my phone number. Anyway, that's what I do for all the paintings, and I don't think they're done until and one of the things I still haven't done is to write something that tells people where this painting was done or why I painted it. And that's basically it. There.